Señor Presidente.
What can true Yarans do to serve Yara?
True Yarans have long memories. We remember how so-called civilized nations treated us when we needed them most.
Are you concerned about the terroristas who call themselves Libertad?
You're an orphan, see? Why do you want to run? Remember, Danny, Castillo has kept you an orphan.
I only see you. So why are you here?
I watched Castillo order a whole boat of our people shot to death. And I want to know who's going to help me take him down.
Okay.
Castillo's got, what, 300,000 troops? I count 6 burnt-out guerrillas, and you with a bullet to the leg.
You can shoot, so shoot.
You have rules. You might kill, but you're no killer.
You know I'm not a guerrilla, right?
Everything got another purpose.
That usually work?
50-50.
Those eyes, Danny. I know exactly who you are.
I am nothing like you.
Vibrate like a Nokia.
Hey everyone! We've been quiet for some time, since, like the rest of the world, we had some unforeseen hurdles to clear. But the wait is over. Let's dive into the open world of Dying Light 2. The last slice of Dying Light 2 showcased the mission from the main storyline.
You get after those fuckers.
You saw how your decisions influenced the narrative and notably changed the environment. This time, we want to give you a broader look at the game and a sneak peek at some of the things we'll be talking about in upcoming months. In Dying Light 2, you become Aiden Caldwell, an outsider trying to unravel a tangled mystery from his past. Its trail leads him to the city, probably the last bastion of mankind in the world.
Shit!
At first, you feel like this intense, brutal place will tear you apart. But then you meet the Night Runners, veteran survivors who help people in better days.
By the way, I'm Hakon.
You were a Night Runner. You used to help people, remember?
Night Runners are gone. Finished. A myth.
And although it's not entirely clear you can trust them, you need allies in the dark. And these are the modern Dark Ages. It's been 15 years since the apocalypse and the world has changed. The old civilization has fallen, but a new one has been built on its ashes. People fight desperately for scarce resources. Rules are broken, and weakness is punished.
She's innocent!
3 factions struggle for position in the city. Survivors pride themselves on being able to adapt to any circumstances and cobble together safe zones almost everywhere. Peacekeepers, loyal soldiers who want to impose their version of law and order and trample all in their path. Renegades, ex-prisoners serving their ruthless colonel, seeking to become sole rulers of the city.
Where is Waltz? Make him tell me.
Use these factions to reach your goal. Help or harm them to reshape the city to your liking. Just remember, each faction contains complex characters.
Nosy Parker, ain't ya? Got some kind of bad habit of yours?
So, will you follow cold calculation or your heart?
The bazaar needs good people. Help us and you'll find a home here.
Some in the city offer no chance for an alliance. Bandits, outlaws, and common thugs live only to plunder and kill, plunging the streets into chaos. Yet, nightfall scares all of them equally. Darkness changes the rules of the world. As the light fails, monsters crawl out of hiding to prey on the poor souls caught outside the safety of UV rays. Hordes of infected pour into the streets like decaying lava. The deadly spawn of 15 years of mutation and evolution. Your only escape? Exploit the city's verticality and flee to the roofs. Though even there, you are never safe from swift and deadly virals. Or even greater threat. Yet night brings opportunity as well. Nests rife with infected during the day now lie empty. To explore them, you must tread carefully. But those brave enough to face the terrors of the night can loot a jackpot. Luckily, you have all the tools you need to survive. Your extraordinary parkour skills allow you to navigate even the most treacherous terrain. On the roofs, you can count on your parkour acrobatics to save your life. But often, you'll have to face your enemies head-on. And then you have to be smart, resourceful, and determined. We've worked hard on the essence of our combat, making sure swinging a big, meaty weapon is fun, satisfying, and well executed. But even the most brutal fights can be tactical as well. You have multiple ways to hone your skills toward the gameplay style that suits you best. It's up to you if you focus mostly on mobility and parkour, or aggressive, blunt force combat, or a crafty approach where the tools you've created get the job done. Every ability you learn can be a game changer and possibly a new favorite move. Things move fast and quick in Dying Light 2. Each moment matters. Each move could mean triumph or defeat. Choose your actions and friends carefully. Everything you do in the city can reshape the gameplay environment, change the course of the narrative, and decide the fate of the city's residents. But most importantly, you decide your own fate as well.
You're about to turn.
Make sure to stay human.
So, what is Biomutant in a nutshell? Biomutant is an open-world post-apocalyptic kung fu fable. Basically, in terms of structure, it's like Zelda Breath of the Wild, I guess. But the feedback that's that we've been getting over the years, it's that it kind of a strange, weird, good mix between Ratchet and Clank, Devil May Cry, Batman Arkham, yeah, and a couple of other influences. So it's truly an open-world game, 8x8 kilometers, filled with a lot of weird events and fun things to find. I think the primary thing that we worked a lot with is the control that the player have over the character customization. We have the possibility for the player, to set the attributes, and in Biomutant, that's tightly connected or integrated with the way that the character looks. But the player is like completely free to morph their own breed, we call it a breed, but mammal, if you will. And eventually, people have a lot of assumptions on what kind of animal this is. But for me, and I guess the team, we have allowed the player to make what I call, more like a Muppet. And with character customization, it goes all the way down to crafting bits onto your clothes or hats or pants or whatnot. I guess the most important thing is the arsenal of the weapons. I mean, it's an action role-playing game, right? So we're focusing on the action parts of, the role-playing aspect. Each part that you can find for weapons and gear also comes with like a material, a quality aspect, so they can be more damaged or of a higher quality material. Just mentioning that you don't have to repair, but you can actually upgrade things that are broken, but they will never diminish in terms of their material qualities, like in Zelda, for example. We don't do that. In the game, you have 6 different tribes, so they're all composed of, a leader, a Sifu, if you will, that have mastered a specific Wang Fu combat style and trained his disciples in that. So these tribes are now in conflict. Basically, there are 3 tribes that have what we call a light aura. So basically a good karma, if you will, if you want to paint it black and white. And there are 3 tribes that have like a dark aura. Eventually, at the start of the game, you will find that you have to choose an ally, so one of these 6 tribes. As you move along or go further into the game, you're free at any time to change your allegiance. But at the start of the game, you choose one of these 2 tribes. And basically, at that point, the state of the world is represented by a huge tree that's at the heart of the 8x8 kilometer open world. So it's a representation of the world either going under or the world surviving. So this is all tied to the tree of life. A light or a tribe, they want to save the world, so make sure that the tree survives, and also then uniting the other tribes, whilst allying with dark or a tribe would mean the opposite. They believe that the only way that you can move forward is to make sure there's kind of a cleansing, I guess. So making sure that everything that's bad in the world kind of goes under, so you have a rebirth and start anew, if that makes sense. So you're very free to make this choice, but also bear in mind that that will affect the ending of the game. Obviously, game being called Biomutant has to have some form of mutations slash abilities, right? There's quite a wide range of them. Primarily, we have the biomutations, so those are kind of more physical abilities, if you will. For example, you can spawn a mushroom in front of you. That has multiple uses, if I just use that one as an example, in terms of creative freedom for you as a player. Combining this jumping up on the mushroom with, let's say, just electricity shooting out from your fingers, like the Emperor in Star Wars, or once the character is airborne, like your enemy, just going up there, unleashing some other kind of strange abilities. I don't want to go into all of them. But the other aspect is the psi mutations. So those are more like your you know, X-Men style abilities, if you will, like for example levitate, which again can give you both exploration opportunities, but also then you can use it in combat in conjunction with other abilities, and obviously ranged combat, so that will give you an advantage, I guess. You're wanting to keep on exploring the world because you're wondering what's going to be, you know, around the next corner. And I guess the hope that we have as a group, as a team, is that that's going to be the unifying factor in terms of people playing the game and giving us feedback, that it's notable that the game has a soul or a vibe that is a little bit unique and special. That's my highest hope for the game, I guess.
Yep, that's me. So you're probably wondering how we got here. A scary worm turned everyone into monsters, and then the world fell apart. It's a real mess out there, but that's why they call us cleaners. Allow me to introduce the team. This is Walker, the guy everybody can depend on.
Just doing my job.
War-torn veteran, check. Deadly accurate, check, check, check. Loyal to the end? Checkmate. Need a prescription for pain? Call Doc.
You're not dying today.
She's just as good at blasting Ridden as she is at keeping everybody on their feet. Except for that guy. Carly's head's on a swivel.
Something smells bad, and for once, it isn't us.
Carly is...
Does she ever shut up?
Blunt. Jim is our eye in the sky. He's our seasoned marksman. Crack shot. Lethal at 500 yards. That's gotta hurt. That's Hoffman. He weirdly digs this whole apocalypse thing. He always comes prepared.
Who's laughing now?
To blow shit up!
I got this.
This is Evangelo, a natural-born survivor, and the newest member of the team.
Ah, no, man, no!
And that's Mom. At least that's what we call her because she's tough, doesn't take shit from anybody, and always knows exactly what to say.
Welcome to the shit show.
She might not have brought you into this world.
Just don't expect a trophy.
But if you're a Ridden, she'll take you out of it. And that badass? That's Dottie. Not me, the Bat. My name is Holly. Just your run-of-the-mill college kid with a baseball bat. But I can also be a real softie on the inside. You know, I'm sort of the glue that holds the whole team together. And then there are these guys. The breaker will snap you in half like a Russian boxer. Ugh, the ogre. They throw these... we call them meatballs. This is the snitch. If he sees you first, his buddies will be on you like flies on shit. And the hag. They'll literally eat you whole. Gross. You think they're ugly? Wait till you see what else we have to deal with. This is our world. And we're taking it back. One Ridden at a time.
Peggy 18.
All clear.
Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Take him away. life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, we give you glory. Mother Miranda!
It's just a local tale.
If it's just looking, window shop away.